Hey Thunderbirds fans, Kyle Jackson here, number 47. Come check out my crib. So we've got a 2-bedroom right in the heart of downtown Halifax. If you come over here, you can see we've got our first bathroom. We've got all of our amenities. We've got our high smile. We've got some cologne to make sure you smell nice and good. And some electronic toothbrushes to keep those pearly whites fresh. If you follow me over here, we've got bedroom numero uno. That's got a beautiful view of the city and also of the harbor. You can see all the ferries going by. You can see everything that you need to. And usually at 4:35 a.m., the sun's out, pink skies. It's a beautiful way to wake up. We've got a nice queen size bed here. We've got over this way, we've got our second bathroom here. We've got a walk-in shower. We've got all that good stuff. On the opposite side of the bedroom, if we come over here, we've got a converted walk-in closet. Sorry for all of the women out there, but a walk-in closet with all of my fiance's extra apparel and a little bit of closet space to store some stuff. But we've also got a nice, I believe it's a queen size bed for all of the teammates and all those other guys who want to come stay out here. If you find a better converted closet space for a bedroom and a way to wake up in Halifax, be my guest. But moving on, we'll move over to the master bedroom. And here, you can't argue with the view. I don't know what else to tell you. You've got the city, you've got the harbor front, you have everything you could ever want. Again, a beautiful, picturesque way to wake up every single morning. So we've got our bed here, we've got some books under the table because you gotta keep the mind fresh. Over here, closer to the view, we've got my watch box. And so almost every Christmas, I get a watch from my parents. For the most part, and then I've got a couple extras. I've got a Michigan watch here that we get as a letter winner. You get new gifts from Michigan each year that you letter, meaning that you play the duration of the sport. So we've got a watch, we've got a ring, and we've got a bunch of other watches that my parents have given me over the years. Over here, we've got my good buddy Justin, and we've also got our candles because we want to keep the candles making this place smell fresh all the time. You never want to have somebody come in and assume that your house smells poorly, just like you never want to be the smelly kid at school.
It smells good.
And then on top of it, we've got our Michigan coordinates here in a little bit of a box so that you can always see where Ann Arbor is. So that no matter where you're living in the world, you can always see where you are in relation to Ann Arbor. But over here, we've got a semi walk-in closet, but it's really just comprised of all of my fiance Dana's clothing. I don't really have much closet space, not that I need it. Over here though, there's not a lot of lighting in here, but I've got all my necessary items. I've got some polo shirts, I've got some collared shirts, I've got some pants, and 1 or 2 suits for the season. After that, let's move on over to see our shoe collection. This is something in here that I take a lot of pride in. We got these nice little shelving units at IKEA, and so all they do is strap in and you can move them really anywhere. And you can keep all of your shoes in nice little compartments. So you can fit 1, 2, however many you want, but I like to keep a lot of shoes in here. I got rid of a lot because as you can see, there's not a ton of closet space, but there's enough here in Halifax, but I had to get rid of a lot of shoes to make space. But this is a nice, easy way of keeping things kind of clean. On the other side, we've got some coats, and we've got a few other things, some of Dana's shoes. But this is where we kind of keep everything that we're not really using at the time. So more winter clothes than anything else. Okay, now that you've seen my shoe collection, move over here. I love my coffee, so on our wedding registry, we just got this Cuisinart coffee maker, and we actually made our first pot of coffee for Justin and I today. Usually I just use the single serve because Dana doesn't love drinking coffee, so we've got that in here. Moving on, speaking of coffee, I don't know if anybody does it, but I always do it. I keep my coffee in the fridge. I'm not particular necessarily on which coffee I get, but I like to keep it in the fridge. Something my parents have always taught me. Just keeps the coffee grinds a little bit more fresh. We've got all of our condiments on the side here. Some French vanilla, hazelnut, creamer for the coffee, water to make sure that we're always staying hydrated. Some watermelon. Love San Pellegrino. My father drinks it religiously and always has had it in the house, so I always drink that. But I don't ever really drink. Don't necessarily love the taste, but something that I have liked recently are these blue lobsters. It's something notoriously known in Halifax, and people told us that we had to try them, so grabbed a couple of those, and that's kind of the only thing I've really had alcoholic-wise that I've really liked around here. And then on the walls, I mean, you can see that we don't really have a whole lot of decor going on, but something that we do have are items that my parents have got me. So we've got a drum, being a Native American from Sarnia, Ontario, in the Aamjiwnaang First Nation. I take a lot of pride in being Native American, and so my parents have kind of gifted both myself and Dana for our homes some Native regalia. You can see it on the walls. And over here is where we like to keep a majority of our clutter. I've got my Lacrosse bag that has all of the necessary items, all my Warrior New Balance attire. And then over here, we've got kind of our Lacrosse head collection. I know that it's not the most ideal, but it works right now. And so we were talking about this earlier, but we've got a Warp Lacrosse head, and it's very different, as you can see, from kind of an average Lacrosse head. This one obviously has mesh in it, sidewall, string, a lot of different aspects, whereas this head, everything is woven into the actual design of the stick. And so I have specified my pocket where it's more of a low to mid pocket, all black head right now, 3 shooters across. And with knit technology, Warrior has developed the Warp. What I find is that people that want to start playing lacrosse, they pick up a lacrosse stick at their local sporting goods store and they're not able to throw or pass with a stick because it's not strung well. So anybody can pick up a stick and play for the first time and have a stick that throws flawlessly. But if you follow me outside, we've got a wraparound porch on both sides, which is kind of nice. But out here, usually I'll wake up, have a coffee out here in the morning because really there's not any better view. It's pretty flawless out here. We have cruise ships always coming in on the other side of the harbor over here. You can see the ocean inlet. And then we've got a nice little island on the side. There's always something going on. We just had Jazz Festival down here. That's kind of it for our apartment, but I've got one more thing that I want to show you guys. So let's cut to that. Shown you the apartment, I've shown you our beautiful view, but now it's time to head to a junior game and watch some Nova Scotia lacrosse. See you.